Hey everyone, today I want to talk about gold and seeing that this week there has been some very strong moves. I just wanted to address them and see what the bigger picture is and where we can expect gold to turn in the near future. So, looking here in the weekly chart, actually no, I think it's better. Let me show you the monthly chart first. So, in the monthly chart, what we see here is let's take it a bit back. So let's say that we're here at this point in time. So what we see here is that there are two pivot lows and two pivot highs. So there is here. So I'll just go ahead and draw the direction of the pivot. So there's this lower low, then there's this higher low, and then we've got this pivot right here, and then we've got another one here. So that's, you could either say that's an equal high or a lower high. But either way, since the two directions are different, we state that it's a sideways trend. So back then, when this happened, we would look to buy low and obviously sell high. So looking here, when price did come back, so this is our drop-based rally demand zone in the monthly. When price did come back to the zone, we did get bounce up all the way to this point right here. So this would have been a good area to take profit. So there it went. And what happened next was, of course, we got this huge move up, which means that gold is at an uptrend. So long as we get the close above the whole area here. Yeah, so in the monthly, we see that we have an uptrend because price has broken through this area of supply, resistance, whatever you want to call it. And price respected this demand zone here, and it caused a higher low. So let's go to the monthly, let's go to the weekly, which is where I had the zones drawn initially. So here in the weekly, so first of all, we had this supply zone. It's not a very strong supply zone, but we did get a move. So we did get this move down. Of course, this is a weekly candle. So even though it might not seem like a lot, but if you go to like a lower time frame, let's say the 4 hour, it is a considerably good move that happened. Um, so yeah, we got the move from the supply zone, and of course the move was short-lived. We got the strong bullish move out upwards after after this week's news announcements of interest rates. The Fed kept it the same, but they were hinting that they might cut interest rates in the future. So of course that is not good for the dollar, and since gold and dollar are usually inversely correlated, so gold went up and dollar went down. Um, so yeah, let's continue going to the weekly. So there's the next weekly supply zone. We see this. It's been tested here, but nevertheless, it's still a weekly supply zone. So we're gonna have that drawn. So we're at this weekly supply zone here. Notice that we did get a bounce here, and you could say that this is the second test. Because we should ask ourselves, why did price stop here and not go all the way here? So there must have been a lot of sellers, especially once you see this huge move down. There had to be a lot of selling pressure going on. Then we had another test here. So we could say that this supply zone has been holding pretty well over the past few years. So this zone has been holding since September 2013, so about 6 years ago. So yeah, we're at the supply zone now. We have this other one right here, which is also good. We could also say that it's been tested off the wide version. Yeah, but looking into the bigger picture overall, what do we see in the monthly? So we have this. Let me just color this something else. So if you guys notice this base drop, so that's a base drop supply zone, which in itself has been the cause of all these supply zones that you see. Even that weekly supply zone that we talked about, it was created by this monthly supply zone. So this monthly supply zone has been holding really, really well. As you can see, every time price came back up, it went back down. But we see also that buyers had the advantage because we had very strong moves from the bulls. So we had this strong demand zone created, then we had this one, and then we had this one. So notice how each demand zone, sort of like a staircase, started making higher lows. So that means we're gonna keep going up. Of course, I mean it's gonna be a bumpy ride since we're right at the monthly and weekly supply zones. But we could still take the zone. So I still think that the supply zones in the weekly can still hold. Just if, whether or not fundamentals and all that. So it's quite unpredictable what's gonna happen over the next few months, with politics, with China, the trade wars. Pretty unpredictable. But anyways, let's not consider too much about fundamentals. This is purely technical analysis. So we're at a weekly supply zone, so we could get a move down. We have this one up here, and we have this one as well. So this one I like. But we might not even get there all the way there. As for the buy side, I would not look to go buy unless it's like at a really safe side of my curve. So here would be risky to buy, since we're pretty much in the middle. I would have obviously this was a good buy to take. So we had this. So this was the monthly drop base rally. But then once you go into the weekly, you see this rally-based rally, which gave a move here, and then gave another move here. So that was a optimal buy location. Of course, this supply zone is no longer valid. Yeah, so I'll be looking at this chart over the next few weeks or maybe even months. If we do get a move from the supply zone, we could at least get a move all the way until here, which is the next demand zone. After which probably we could get a move. If the selling pressure is really good, we could get another move here, or perhaps somewhere here, since we got the higher lows being made, and we have this demand zone here, right? So we could get a move until around this area, perhaps. And notice how every time price has gone up over the past, we had to get some sort of retracement. So yes, maybe gold will continue going up, but it is unlikely for it to keep going up without any sort of retracement. And if it does, then that would be somewhat of a skeptical thing, because as price tends to move in waves. So even though it's gonna move up, it's gonna have to have some retracements to fill on the orders and get liquidity. So we could expect a move here, or even to this move right here. So this could be an ideal place to buy. But of course, we need to notice how strong the bearish action is going to be. So obviously, if we get a move like, sort of like this, if we get a really strong bearish move, we might consider canceling out our plan on buying. But yeah, so far these are the two good zones. So right now we could go for a short, although like I said, it's been tested. It's lower probability, but it's still a zone. Then we have the next one here. So we have the supply zone 1385, then at 1444, and then our next one is at 1575. Yeah. So yeah, this is an update on gold. I probably won't be updating this for until at least another month or so. Since obviously this is a weekly chart, it's gonna take quite some time for us to get some moves happening. But yeah, this is my outlook on gold. Hope you found this benefiting. If you did, let me know. Share with your friends, make a comment, like, whatever. Just let me know that you found this educational, and yeah, I'll be making more of these, of course. Hope you guys enjoyed, and have a good day.